Hello, everyone, and welcome to the StriveScan College Launchpad HSI, or Hispanic Serving Institution Virtual College Fair. Welcome. My name is Sibel. I will be your facilitator for this evening's session, and I am extremely excited to get started. We have some absolutely amazing representatives here from some amazing institutions to tell you a little bit about themselves. Now, I do love these college fairs, but one thing that I want to make sure you all understand is that this is just an appetizer session. So these representatives have only a few minutes to tell you a little bit about themselves. So please understand that you should definitely grab a piece of notebook paper and a pen, or maybe take some screenshots so you can follow up with the representatives after this session. Before we get started, just some housekeeping items for you all to keep in mind. Remember that you are muted, your video is turned off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. So you're probably wondering, well, Sibel, I have a lot of questions. Where do I ask them? Good question. You're going to use that Q&A button to type in your questions to the presenters at any time. With that said, please make sure you do not wait until the last minute to ask the questions. You can ask them all throughout the session. And also, please make sure you put the school's name within the question so we all know who the question goes to. Also, this is one out of many college presentations that are offered, so you can always check the schedule on the website for those. This is our last one for this evening, though. But maybe mom missed out on tonight, or maybe a friend wants to check out these schools with you. Or you know what, maybe you just want to relive the fun. Well, you can do all that because all of these sessions are being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/launch. Without further ado, I'd love to get started with our first institution, California Lutheran University.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry for that. It took a little while to put up the presentation, but I hope you can all see it. So once again, welcome, everyone. My name is Shenley Diaz, and I am an admissions counselor at Cal Lutheran University, and I'm here to show you more information about our university. So we have over 2,500 undergraduate students. Our average class size is 18. Our small class size provides the opportunity to you to have meaningful and purposeful relationships with the students, and helps you just succeed in your career goals and educational goals. 28% are first generation college students, and 58% of our students are from underrepresented backgrounds. I would also like to highlight that we're a Hispanic Serving Institute since 2016. 25% of our population on campus are Latinx. Our neighboring communities, such as Los Angeles and Ventura County, also have a large Latinx population. Therefore, it is right for our institution to be a Hispanic Serving Institute. I would like to note that although we do serve Latinx students, we serve all historically marginalized students. We have 41 majors and 43 minors. None of our programs are impacted. We have the 4 to finish guarantee, meaning that as long as you are registering to your classes on time, and that you register on time and have a good academic standing, we guarantee that you are going to graduate in 4 years. The Hub is an online platform where students and organizations can go there and submit information of any upcoming events. We have over 100 clubs and organizations. And if you're a student who wants to, say, create a program on campus, you'll find that students and faculty will help you along the way. More about our student life on campus. Here we have some examples of what events we had on campus. As we see here, we have Project Chess. So Project Chess has a mentorship program for students of color. And if you are a student athlete that wants to be involved in Cal Lutheran, we do have sports for women and men. And we also are a Division III school. As you see here, you see a photo of our championship sports teams such as baseball and volleyball. The Suite Life, we have 15 co-eds residence halls and 3 living learning communities, and we are ranked 12th best in California. As for the application requirements, we do require you to submit a common application. We need official high school transcripts and 1 letter of recommendation. We are test optional, so it's your choice if you want to submit your SAT and ACT scores. And lastly, I want you to pay attention to the 2 dates below, as we have 2 admission dates. As for scholarships and tuitions, 98% of our students receive financial assistance. We provide a variety of scholarships, such as the Public Prize Promise. So the Public Prize Promise is that if you get accepted to any UC school, then we will give you the average cost of attendance of a UC school. As you see here, the average financial aid package is a little over $34K. If you have any other questions regarding Cal Lutheran University, you want to speak to the admissions counselor, feel free to reach out us at this phone number or this email. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for California Lutheran University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Fresno Pacific University.
Hi everyone, my name is Oscar Rayo. I'm an admission counselor at Fresno Pacific University. I'm going to put my contact info in the chat real quick. Okay, should be there. Okay, so I'll just talk a little bit about Fresno Pacific University, or FPU for short. Let's see. Okay, so we are located in Fresno, California, and Fresno is the 5th largest city in California with about 300 days of sunshine, and we have 3 national parks in close proximity. And a main thing I wanted to point out, being an HSI, is that we're located in the Central Valley of California. So we're big on agriculture, and we do serve our community since there are populations that you can find close by. And yeah, I'll go from there. So the school itself, we have about 1,100 students on campus. For the traditional undergraduate population, we have about 100 areas of study. Yeah, and that includes majors, minors, and any specifics. And then 54% of our students are Latino or Hispanic, Latinx. And then a big one is 98% of our students receive some sort of financial aid. So if you get accepted to the university, you automatically qualify for a scholarship up to $16,000 based on your high school grades. And we do have full tuition scholarships as well as so many other ones. And yeah, we have 39 majors, and the rest are minors and specifications. So distinctive majors you can find here at FPU are nursing, liberal arts, education, and software engineering. Nursing is a newer program. We've been seeing lots of students request this major, and this fall will actually be the first class to start, which we're really excited for. And then liberal arts are for anybody who wants to become a teacher and later maybe earn a credential. Yeah, so I believe we're the #1, #2 program for liberal arts. You will probably more than likely be hired right when you graduate with your BA, at least for student teaching. And then from there, we also offer software engineering. So we're one of the few schools in the Central Valley that offers a bachelor's degree in it. And then our 5 top majors right now are psychology, kinesiology, business, communications, and pre-health. Yeah. We do have a 4-year graduation guarantee, so we'll make sure you graduate in 4 years. Specifically, since we're a smaller school, for our student to faculty ratio is 13:1. So for every 13 students, there's 1 professor, and that just ties into being a smaller knit community and offering a lot of support if necessary for our students. And then we have 3-year degrees now, so you can earn a bachelor's degree in 3 years. If 4 years is not fast enough for you, it's not offered for every major yet, but it's slowly growing. Right now it's art, biblical and theological studies, biology, business, chemistry, English, math, and a few others. And there's a website if you want to learn more about 3-year degrees. Okay, so we do have athletics here at FPU. Our mascot is the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds. And yes, it's a real bird. I've looked it up before. And we're a part of NCAA Division II. We have 16 teams. It varies. Track and field is pretty popular right now. We're at nationals. Today, actually, basketball is really popular for both men and women, and soccer as well. And we have more sports you can find on our website. And getting started, it's really simple. We're with the Common App, or you can just apply specifically to us at fresno.edu/apply. Yeah, it's really simple. You just fill in your basic information, your address, your school you go to, and then there's one essay. I believe it's a 500-word essay, and it's something along the lines of why do you want to go to college, or what do you want to do in the future? So it's really simple, and it's really just getting to know you as well. There is a $40 application fee, but if you use my first name, OSCAR, it can qualify as a fee waiver, so you don't have to pay the $40. And then we'll need a copy of your high school transcripts and college if you've attended any colleges before wanting to attend FPU. And right now it's optional to take the ACT and the SAT. Yeah, and then we pretty much accept applications year round. Like the last day to apply is August 15th if you want to start in the fall semester, which would start about August 22nd, give or take. Yeah, so feel free to apply, but always the sooner the better, so you can have a better chance at more scholarships, financial aid, and other opportunities as well. And yeah, so the top information, 453-2039, is our front office, or you can reach me directly at my email there or my phone number. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. I'll stop sharing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Fresno Pacific University, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have the University of Redlands.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Viviana. I am with the University of Redlands. I am going to go ahead and pull up my screen. Let me share. All right. So we are a small private university in Southern California. We serve about 2,400 undergraduate students. 60% of our students are California residents. About 30% come out of state. So we do get a diverse student population coming from all 50 states. We are residential, so we do have our students live on campus with us all 4 years. So typically how you can see your housing is first 2 years in the residence halls, then last 2 years in the apartments, but every year you select your housing. We have over 40 different majors that you can pursue at Redlands. As a liberal arts, we have majors in the sciences and STEM, and the humanities and the social sciences, and we have moved to being test optional permanently. So within the university, this is a map of kind of where we're located. So about an hour and 10 from LA, about 50 minutes to the mountains, about an hour to the beaches. So really when students come to study at Redlands, they get to explore all of Southern California. These are all the 40 academic programs that we have at Redlands. So some of the unique ones that students pursue within their undergrad would be within biology. We have business administration, health, medicine, and society for students that are interested in the health professions. We have music and psychology. And then we did start 2 master's hybrid programs. That's because we have our graduate school of business and education on site. So our students are able to do a master's program on campus. But within our majors, none of them are impacted. So students will be able to graduate within the 4 years. We actually promise it. We have a student to faculty ratio of 13:1, and our average class size is about 18 students. So our students from day one are connected with our faculty to serve as resources, as advisors, connectors to other offices within the university. Within our campus diversity and inclusion office, these are the 5 centers that they also have that help connect students with this community. If they have a part of this identity, they do annual programming, inviting other keynote speakers, collaborating with other high schools, K through 12 outreach. They do different conferences throughout the year. So you would definitely find a community within CDI, hopefully, or if not, within one of our 120 clubs on campus as well. This past last year, in 2021, we were also designated a Hispanic Serving Institute. So that means that 25% or more of our students identify as Latino or Hispanic. So that's definitely something that we want to continue to bring in diverse students and be part of our community. But other outside experiences that you can do at Redlands. So studying abroad is one of those experiences that we definitely motivate students to do. We have our signature program in Salzburg, Austria. So we have sent about 30 to 35 students every semester. This fall is actually going to be the first fall that students get to travel again. So very excited for that. But other students may decide to do internships, community service projects, research experiences. So there's definitely a lot of opportunities for you to get involved. Within our first year admissions process, these are the application requirements that we have. So we are a Common App school. As long as you fill out the Common application, we'll be able to receive your app. We look at your extracurricular activities, essays, your Redlands questions. We do a holistic review on each part of your application to make sure that we're going to admit you to the university. We have our 2 deadlines as well, our early action, early decision by November 15th, and then our regular decision by January 15th. Within our scholarships and financial aid, so the largest aid that we provide to our students is based off merit. Our merit scholarship right now is at $34,000. We have our talent award, that's about $3,500, our music scholarship, $10,000, and then 2 other scholarships that are based on leadership. So 90% of the students that apply to Redlands receive a mix of our institutional financial aid plus, what they qualify for through the FAFSA. So I always encourage students to apply. I'm probably going to have too much time to talk about this, but hopefully you can take a screenshot. But this is my contact information. I'm one of the admission counselors. I specifically recruit in Texas as well. So if you do have any questions, feel free to, take a screenshot of this too. Send me a message and I'll also put my contact information in our chat box. But thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for the University of Redlands, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Northern Arizona University.
Thank you so much. Welcome everyone. Good afternoon or good evening. Thank you for joining us. My name is Azret Martinez and I'm a student recruitment coordinator with Northern Arizona University. I'm going to go ahead and start off and talk a little bit about where our main campus is located. Our main campus is located in Flagstaff, Arizona. So we are in the north part, up in the mountains, up in the pine forest at 7,000 feet elevation. And because of this elevation, we do get to experience 4 beautiful seasons. So that means, yes, we do get snow in Arizona. I know, big shocker. So very different from what students expect when they think about Arizona. And in our surrounding areas, we are near the Grand Canyon within an hour and a half driving distance from our main campus. We're also near national parks and monuments for students, so get great day trips or weekend trips for our students on campus. A little bit about student life. Many students ask how they could be involved, and we highly encourage students to get involved on our campus and build a community. So we do have an optional first year students to live on campus, so residential communities for those students. We have over 400 clubs and organizations relating to sports, intermediate, professional clubs and organizations for our students to join. We also have movie nights, theater nights, musicians come and do free concerts for our students. We are also a Division I institution. We do have 15 NCAA programs on our campus, and students could get scholarship opportunities with us if they are interested in playing a sport. Now a little bit about some resources that we have to offer our students. We are a very diverse campus, so we want to make sure our students are included and are involved on our campus and building a community with other like-minded students. So we offer a lot of support and programs for our first generation students. Our Office of Inclusion, Multicultural, and LGBTQIA, or INQ for short, offers a lot of resources, event planning for our students to come and be involved on our campus. We do have a mission to help our Indigenous population as we do sit on sacred land. So we have a lot of offices for our students who identify as Indigenous. Lastly, we are a Hispanic Serving Institute. Last year, we did receive that designation. Some great opportunities for students is our study abroad opportunities. So if you are interested in going abroad to a different country or city, we have that opportunity available to you. Not only do we want you to be successful throughout your 4 years at our institution, but also after you graduate. So we also offer support when it comes to career with writing a cover letter, a resume, or finding you that job opportunity so that you become successful after you graduate. And now a little bit more deep into our academics. Our campus is roughly about 21,000 undergraduate students, and we have a student to teacher ratio of 21:1. And depending on your academic interest, those classroom sizes do get a lot smaller for our students. And once again, like I mentioned, we are a Hispanic Serving Institute. About 25%, or excuse me, a little bit over 25% of our student population identify as Hispanic or Latina. Now we do offer multiple programs for our students, all housed in our 9 academic colleges. We have a little under 100 undergraduate programs to offer our students to explore. That could be education, business, biology, hospitality, and much more for our students. Most of our programs are direct admit, meaning once you apply to our institution, you are admitted to that program, except for nursing and dental hygiene, which do require a separate application. Lastly, we do offer a lot of undergraduate research opportunity to our students throughout their 4 years at our institution. And a lot of the work that our students are doing during this time, you would typically have to wait until your graduate program to explore these opportunities or get the chance to conduct these research opportunities. Next, I do want to touch a little bit on our academic requirements, or admission requirements, excuse me. For our first year students, we look at the following core classes for admissions. Upcoming for this fall 2023 school year. So if you are going to become a senior this upcoming school year, we will no longer require the 2 years of the foreign language. And we're also a test score optional institution, meaning we don't look at your ACT or SAT test scores. So we will consider you for admissions if you have a 2.5 unweighted core GPA from these core classes highlighted on the screen, and no more than 1 deficiency in any of the 2 areas. And they can't overlap in math and lab science. Our application is available online, and it is a rolling admissions. A little bit about the value of NAU. If you are joining us from the state of Arizona, we have our current tuition costs, but we also have great opportunities for our out-of-state students. If you reside in one of the following 14 states, I know the screen's a little bit tiny, but if you get to see, this is a partnership that we have with the following 14 Western states. It doesn't matter what program you're interested in pursuing, as long as you live in one of the following 14 states, you will qualify qualify for a 40% reduction in your tuition costs compared to our true non-resident students. So this gives you that opportunity to go to an out-of-state school without paying that out-of-state rate. Lastly, we do offer a lot of financial aid opportunity to our students. Once again, please feel free to contact us if you have any additional questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Northern Arizona University, please put it in the Q&A. All right, next up we have University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone can see this clearly. Our presentation is typically a Prezi, but for now we're going to use the PDF version. My name is Bridget. I know my name on my WebEx does say Heather. However, I'm not Heather. I'm just utilizing a colleague's WebEx. So my name is Bridget. I'm an admission counselor in the Office of Admissions at UNLV. I'm also the Native American student liaison as well. So I do work with all Native American students coming into UNLV. So to jump right in, UNLV first opened its doors back in 1957. We started from a small branch college and turned into a thriving research institution. And to just look at some of that diversity, according to US News and World Reports, we are considered one of the most diverse institutions in the nation. And this is just showcasing that pretty self-explanatory. The bigger the red circle, the more influx of students we have coming from those areas. So as you can see, we do have a lot of students joining us here from the US. We do get a large population coming in from East Asia. We even get students joining us all the way down from Australia. Our undergraduate student population is about 30,000 students. Our alumni population is about 120,000. Our student to teacher ratio is about a 30-to-1. But that's if you get more into the classes that are more focused on your major. If you're a freshman, you're going to be in bigger lecture classes. And on a smaller scale, again, pretty self-explanatory. This is showcasing the influx of students we have coming from the US. So as you can see, we do have a lot of students joining us here locally from Nevada. We do get a large population coming in from California, and we even get a large population coming in from Hawaii. A little fun fact, we are considered the 9th island of Hawaii. We do have a large Hispanic student population as well, and we are currently building our Native American student population at UNLV as well. And not only is our student population diverse, but also the majors that we offer. We do offer over 300 undergraduate and graduate majors combined. We have 16 major academic units, and one that I do like to talk about is our hospitality program. We are ranked #1 in the nation for hospitality. If you guys are unfamiliar what that is, think of hotel management, beverage management. We have a PGA golf management, and these are things that really cater to our backyard being the Las Vegas Strip. There are many different opportunities that students like to take advantage of, with the Las Vegas Strip just being a mile down the road. We do have a lot of students doing internships under MGM Grand, under many different majors. And this is more of the experiences that we do offer for students. We love for students to take advantage of our studying abroad. Students are able to study abroad at about over 18 different countries globally. We do have an international programs office on campus for students to talk to an academic advisor to incorporate this into their academic plan. So for unique academic programs, one of the most unique programs we have on campus is our entertainment, engineering, and design. It does combine the arts with engineering. If you've seen shows like Circus Olay on the Las Vegas Strip or anywhere else that has moving components with the stage, those are students who are working behind the scenes to make all that movement happen. Renowned research, we are considered an R1 research institution, which is the highest status on the Carnegie classification status of research. And internships, something that I strongly advocate for because it's good work experience once you graduate. And if students are interested in this, they can definitely work with their academic advisors and professors to learn about many different opportunities within this area. So one of my favorite things is that we do offer over 400 clubs on campus, and this ranges from multicultural, pre-professional, academics, all the way down to a pizza eating club. We have a lightsaber club. So 400 clubs, there is a lot to choose from. If you don't have an interest in any of those clubs, you are more than welcome to start your own. We do have 16 athletic teams on campus. We compete at the Division I level, and we are part of the Mountain West Conference. A cool thing about being a student is that you get into all sporting events for free. And this is for those who are not from Las Vegas. If you're an outsider like I am, you think Las Vegas is just Las Vegas Strip. However, it's definitely more than that. Yes, we do get snow here as well. At our Mount Charleston, which is the bottom right photo, we have our Smith Center if you're more into Broadway shows in the arts and all that. And we do have our trails on the top left, which is our Red Rock if you're interested in being outdoors. And we do have our nature exhibit, which is the Smith Center on the bottom left right there. And before time is out, I do want to just go over some admission requirements. So for first year freshmen, we do ask one of four things. There are one of four ways for you to be admitted to UNLV. If you have a 3.0 weighted core GPA, we are going to evaluate that based on your 13 core academic units. So that is 4 years of English, 3 years of math, 3 years of social science, and 3 years of natural science. If you don't have that, we can take an 1120 on the SAT. If you don't have that, we can take a 22 on the ACT, or if you don't have that, we can take an advanced diploma as well. And we are ACT, SAT optional, which means you don't have to submit scores. However, we always encourage students to submit them anyway, because they can be used for placement in your classes. So for freshmen, the deadline is coming up soon on June 1st. And for our transfer admissions, you can have a 2.5 GPA coming in from your previous institution, along with 24 transferable credits. If you don't meet the requirements for transfers, we are able to evaluate your freshman admission requirements as well. All right, and that's all I have. Thank you, everyone. And I'll put my contact in the chat as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for University of Nevada, Las Vegas, please put it in the Q&A. Next up, we have Texas Women's University.
Okay, sorry about that, everyone. I'm Alex Depp, and I'm an admissions counselor for Texas Women's University. So I'm just going to share a little bit about our university with you guys. So just a little bit about TW by the numbers. So we are the first university system primarily for women. We have 3 different campuses, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. We're number 2 in Texas and number 4 in the nation for diversity. So you'll always know there's a place for everybody at TWU. We have about an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio, meaning especially in your upper major courses, you're going to get a smaller class size. So you have a lot of one-on-one time with faculty. We have about a 12.5% male population. So we are fully co-ed despite our name. As of 1994. So we are 45% first generation students, meaning they're the first students in their family to attend university. So we have a lot of resources for them. We award $13 million in scholarships annually. So we are one of the most affordable public universities in Texas. And 32% of our students identify as Hispanic or Latino or Latinx, which makes us a Hispanic serving institution. So our 3 campuses, so our main campus is in Denton, Texas. So that's in North Texas. That's where all of our undergraduate programs are held, as well as many of our graduate programs. We also have our Dallas and our Houston campuses. So these are health science centers, and they're right in the medical districts of Dallas and Houston. So that's going to be where upper level nursing for undergraduate is held, as well as many of our graduate programs. So you'll get a lot of hands-on experience at those 2 campuses. So we have a lot of different academics to offer. These are our colleges here. So our College of Arts and Sciences houses our majors like psychology, English, music, biology, stuff like that. Our College of Professional Education, we have early childhood through high school. College of Health Sciences, so that's going to be our kinesiology, nutrition, health studies, majors like that. College of Business has our marketing, accounting, those kind of majors. And then our College of Nursing is one of our largest and most competitive programs on our campus. Our student life. So we always have a lot going on TW's campus. Our athletics, we do currently only have women's athletics, but all of our athletics are free with your ID. We have lots of events, big events with the whole city of Denton, as well as smaller events like talent shows, stuff like that. We have over 125 student organizations. So you'll usually find something that, similar people with interests. If not, you can always make your own. We have study abroad opportunities, student government, Greek life. Our campus is over 100 years old, so we have lots of traditions, as well as our fit and rec with outdoor activities and our fitness equipment, everything like that. So our admissions. So for freshman admissions, we go by class rank. So if you are in the top 25% of a regionally accredited high school, you'll be assured admissions once you submit your everything. Regular admissions is going to be top 50%. We are test optional as of now. So you can submit SAT or ACT, you don't have to. And we also have individual review. So if you don't meet those qualifications, we take kind of everything into account and make a decision based on that. Our process is pretty streamlined. We use the Go Apply Texas application. There'll be an application fee, and then you'll submit transcripts or test scores if you want to. And that's pretty much it. There's no essay or anything like that. Our cost of attendance, as I said, we're one of the most affordable public universities in Texas. That's about our annual cost there. And then there's the out-of-state tuition as well. And of course, this is just an estimate. So each student is different, kind of depending on your situation. And of course, that number doesn't include financial aid or scholarships. And we give out a lot of scholarships annually. So we use the FAFSA and the TAFSA as well. So there's priority deadlines, but you can still apply after the deadline. We also have scholarships. So we have a whole scholarship portal where you can fill out a general scholarship application, and we'll match you with scholarships that you would qualify for, and you can apply for as many of those as you would like. So we give out a lot of scholarships for students. You can always meet with one of us admissions counselors. So we do phone virtual appointments as well. We do campus tours. We also have some virtual tours of some of our campuses for out of state or people who live far away. And then we've got lots of events too. So you can always check our website for what's going on. And then we are on social media, so feel free to follow us there. And we also have our email and phone number there as well. So that's a little bit about us. Thank you guys for joining, and I will stop sharing my screen here.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Texas Women's University, please put it in the Q&A. All right, my panelists and presenters, come on back. If I can see your beautiful faces again, that would be awesome. I do have one last question to kind of end our night here. All right, so you all are the experts in the admissions world. So obviously we want to know, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So we're just going to go in presentation order. And if one of your representatives could answer this question, that would be awesome. So California Lutheran University, you are first.
An advice that I would provide when someone's going through the college search process is to really go ahead and get a tour visit, and see if you like what you see, if you try to see if you can attend an event. But also, please pay attention to deadlines, because every college has a different deadline, and we would want you to miss a deadline. So that would be an advice for you all. Don't
Thank you. Fresno Pacific University.
Yes, a piece of advice I would give would be, don't be afraid to ask questions. Really, that's what we're here for, admission counselors. So yeah, maybe you should have questions about anything and everything. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask them or anybody else.
Awesome, thank you. University of Redlands?
Yes. My advice would be to peer edit your essay. Definitely, give it a few reviews. I know sometimes you think the first time you write it is going to be amazing, but you never know. Sometimes we don't grade grammatically, but the content is important to us.
Awesome advice so far. Northern Arizona, what would you add?
Yeah, those are all great advices. I also, in regards to Oscar's quote, is to seek out that help, not only asking those questions, but go seek out those resources. We all have different resources out there for you all to seek out so that you could start that process. And don't be afraid to start that process.
Awesome, thank you. University of Nevada, Las Vegas?
My advice would definitely be to start the process as early as you can. The earlier, the better, just because I do believe a lot of opportunities and benefits do come with starting the process early. So that would be my biggest advice. And a lot of students, they're indecisive about their future plans and what exactly they want to do. So just starting that process early kind of gives them that heads up and that better sense of which route they want to take. So that would be my best advice.
Awesome, thank you. Texas Women's University?
I didn't present, but I am with the university as well. I'm also
Oh, we're losing you, Taylor. I don't think I'm getting Taylor's audio anymore. Alex, you want to jump in?
Yes, I will. I will. So I like what everybody said a lot. I think some advice would be don't hesitate and don't be scared to reach out. None of your, nobody has dumb questions. Nothing is, embarrassing to ask. So feel free to reach out and make appointments and, have phone calls. We're happy to help.
Awesome. Thank you so much. You heard it here first, you all. I mean, these are the experts in the admissions process. So thank you, my panelists and presenters, for being here. What you do is extremely important. My participants in the audience as well, thank you, because what you do is extremely important as well, which is to show up and to learn about these universities. Now, remember in the beginning, I did preface this by saying it is an appetizer session. So hopefully you're taking some screenshots. Or maybe, you're going to check out the recording later or whatever it is, but please make sure you do your due diligence to pick the right school for you. Now, before you leave or after you close out this window, a very quick 5-question survey will appear. So please give us some feedback. We really do appreciate it. Sign up for more of those sessions. This is the last one for today. There might be some more you want to check out on the website. And again, if you want to check out the recording, a recording will be available at strivescan.com/launch. With that said, you all, again, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night. Bye, everybody.